Yo, how's it going, guys? Revoh here, coming at you with a brand new video for the first video in like years. Um, FIFA's dead. FIFA's dead. I love football. I want to talk football. I have made the decision to make videos on football, soccer, right? You guys follow the channel for that. This is the first topic I want to talk about. Whatever comes into my head that day, I'm just gonna freaking talk about, whether it's on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever I see, I'm gonna talk about. So this is the first thing that I wanted to go over. Leave a like if you guys like it. Comment down below what you guys think, your opinions on it. But I'm kind of excited to see if we could keep this going, if I could keep this going. Because I didn't do anything for the World Cup. Would have been cool if I did, but I didn't. But doesn't matter. Football season's about to start. First thing I want to talk about, man, is Yamal versus Mbappe. That's something that I've been seeing crazily on the timeline. Look at this tweet. It has 12 million views. It was uploaded July 21st, which was 2 days ago. Comparing both of them. They're both amazing players, right? You got Yamal, who just came off a World Cup, came off a great season with Barca, didn't win the Champions League. He won the La Liga, I think the Copa del Rey, a couple other things. Started in pretty much every single game that he could up until he got hurt around like May, April time. And then you have Mbappe. Mbappe, 19 years old. I think they had very different career paths when they were coming up. I think, for example, Mbappe was more of a young talent, which Mbappe obviously is, but he was more of a young talent coming up. Just someone who freaking came out of nowhere, realistically. I think he was like 16 or 17 when he was on that Monaco team against Man City, that UCL run where they made it to the semifinals and eventually lost. He was a key part of that, right? Now, Yamal, on the other hand, was put into a Barca team that was struggling. We just lost Messi. We were lost. Everybody was Xavi out. We had literally nothing going for us. And he was put in there to basically save us, and he did. We are a lot better than we were 3 years ago before he was even, superstar level like this. But I think they came from two very different young talent rising levels. That's what I think, right? Now, fast forward, whatever that is, 2018 from Mbappe to 2026 today from Yamal. How do we compare both of these players? Well, 19 years and 8 months was when he won the World Cup. 19 years and 4 days, literally just turned 19. But I think the tournaments were very different. I think the World Cup 2018 for Mbappe was a tournament that was like solidifying that he's the next big thing, right? I think for Yamal, we have been seeing that for the last year or two already, where yes, he's the next big thing. But one thing that really stood out for everybody really is that Yamal really didn't have a good World Cup. He really did not. And once we're comparing the numbers, let me get my face out of here. I'll put myself right here, right on his chest. They both won the World Cup, obviously. They were both starters. They were both in the final starting. Mbappe scored a goal in the final. That goal against freaking Croatia, where he shot it from like outside the box, whatever, bar down. Young Player Award, Mbappe won that. Yamal didn't win that. Kubarsi won that actually for Spain. And I think he had obviously he had a way better World Cup than Yamal. I think he was like the high like #1 favorite to win at this World Cup, and it's just a big disappointment that he didn't have a good tournament. Appearances, Yamal had more appearances. He had 8 over Mbappe, that being because they added the group or round of 32 game. Mbappe still, however, had more goals than him in fewer appearances. He had 4. Yamal had 1 against Saudi Arabia, and then an assist. I don't even remember who that assist was. I think it was also against Saudi Arabia. But yeah, Mbappe didn't have any assists. Now, if we look at the accolades, the Young Player Award, scored in the final, 2 man of the matches. Didn't win the Young Player for Yamal, but he was a starter throughout the whole tournament. Now, I will say, I don't know, man. Like, comparing the tournaments, obviously you're going to say Mbappe, but even though Yamal didn't have a good World Cup, do they still win the World Cup without him? That's what I want you guys to ask yourself, because Mbappe, I think if you take him out of that team, they 100% do not win it. Yamal, there's a little bit of a debate on that. Like, if you take him out, replace him with someone else on that starting lineup, maybe start Nico Williams instead, move Baena to the right. I don't know. Does Spain still win it? And I believe that's a good argument. I don't know. Comparing both of them, at this point, I don't think any 19-year-old ever has really compared to Yamal and what he's doing. I mean, he won a Euros at 16 years old. Dunked on France's head, which was Mbappe. Dunked on England. He didn't really do anything against England, but he still dunked on him. Knocked Mbappe out again in the World Cup final. And he's just been having his way with him for the last, 2 years in the Classicals. He's been dropping him off. I mean, Mbappe hasn't won La Liga. He hasn't won the UCL. He hasn't won the Copa del Rey since he became a Madrid player. And Yamal, the other way, like I said, he took a struggling horrible, depleted Barcelona team, not to the Champions League final, but he took them to the semifinal when they maybe should have advanced, right? Mbappe, on the other hand, you have a Madrid team coming off a UCL, fire hot. Everybody thought putting him in that team that he was just going to take over, go crazy, right? But that's just not what happened. I don't know, man. I think if you ask me, like, who I would want in my team at these ages, 19 and 19, right? I would probably, sadly, still say Mbappe. And I'm a Barca fan. I don't know. I just think at that age, Mbappe was scary coming off that World Cup. Everybody just knew that was the moment where it was going to take him off and be the next big thing. But we already know that. We already know that about Yamal. It's not a secret. We already knew that he was going to be the next big thing, right? Another thing I want to look at right here, Lamine Yamal versus Mbappe, 13 matches. Yamal has had 11 wins. Can you believe they've already played each other 13 times? And Yamal has 11 wins out of those matches. Like, what even is that? I see all these debates on here, just, comparing the two. And now we're seeing this, the Ballon d'Or rankings. Yamal is sitting at the top, above Harry Kane, above Rodri, above Mbappe, above Messi. Dembele, my GOAT, nowhere to be seen there. But if Yamal wins a Ballon d'Or, where are we? Well, obviously, he's probably the better 19-year-old at that point over Mbappe, right? Like, he has to be. The only thing really missing for him is the Champions League. If he brings me that Champions League and he delivers, we are golden. We are golden. There's nothing to complain about, really, at that point. There's no comparison between Mbappe's 2018 World Cup and Yamal's 2016 one. The difference is abysmal. So, I mean, yeah, he just had a way better tournament. But, I mean, I guess the whole point of this video is who was better at 19. I would rather have Mbappe at 19 years old, knowing how he eventually grew up to be this player that is the greatest, probably World Cup player ever. He's literally just missing that UCL that will get him that Ballon d'Or. And Yamal, on the other hand, like, he didn't have a great tournament, but he's a once in a lifetime player as well. I don't know what this Olise hype is right there on that little thingy. Trying to see more stuff right here. I mean, like, come on, like, he's who's number? Yeah, those are the clickbaits. Now I'm just seeing Ballon d'Or stuff, but I mean, I wanted to see more stuff on this. So what is this? Lamine has won more trophies than Mbappe since 2025. 6 trophies for Yamal, and 0 for Mbappe. Like, it's just like a, I don't even know how to say it, flip of the coin between these two, comparing them when they're 19. We only know so much about Yamal now. We don't know where he's going to be in 8 years, being Mbappe's age at 27, but he's probably going to have a couple Ballon d'Ors by then. But again, that's what we said about Mbappe almost 10 years ago at the 2018 World Cup. We said he was going to have a couple Ballon d'Ors by now, a couple UCLs by now. He stayed at PSG too long, and he never won anything. Hopefully that's not the case for Yamal. Hopefully he stays at Barca for a lot of years and, gets us a couple UCLs, because I need one very, very bad. But that is a video. Let me know what else I should talk about. I mean, I'm basically just scrolling through Twitter. All my socials are down here if you guys do want to follow them and check out what I tweet about. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Thank you for watching. And yeah, peace.